wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check curls, check curls. 44's the mic, 44's mic. Check, check. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing to start the drive. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, it's Watson. There again is Cooks, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. Zach Ertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On play action, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Lawrence on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Play action. It's Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Running out of the gun with ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
These two teams all tied after one. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Let's go now. 60 out ball. Leo.
Robinson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. McCann's got it teed up. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. So we got man. Hey, 59. Mike 20.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free. Safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go. 49.
On the counter, Sermon. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Shift.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, 31. Under 10. 10.
On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7.
54. Check pass. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You go, night. 59. Kill. 31.
Now a handoff, Sermon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. All day, dog.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Patterson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Fourth down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From midfield now, Lawrence. And he fires one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Here's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Going for Burton, and he's got it. Touchdown. Trey Burton as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
54.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. 36. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now it's Patterson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In your face.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. He's got it at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 44, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a throw here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Watson on 1st down. It's complete to Fuller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Second and 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. All day, every day, any day. 54! Hey, turn it up. Hey, 54! 44's mic. Check. Push him back. Hey, little timeout.
Watson just beating the play clock. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's get in that house. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 24 down, coming. Down, look.
Watson. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Houston.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And they'll run with Sermon. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Touchdown, Texans. Alan Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Toss left side for Etienne. Fights him off, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Handoff running left is Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
44, Mike, 44. Bring it. Check 24, check 24.
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch the run. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Watch the slant. Motion.
Throwing again on second down. Watson, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down, another shot for Sermon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They run with Patterson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Burton.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And the question now, can they get closer on third down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Etienne once more. A first down and more, Etienne. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 139 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. McCann for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Texans 31. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Now it's Patterson.
Let's go.
So some drama down to the very end of this ball game, Charles, on that final kickoff. They were hoping to break free, some sort of miracle play, but they couldn't do it.
They had a chance, and that was their only opportunity to try and bring it all the way back. As you noted, they weren't able to get that done, but at least they had the shot. What a tremendous game to be this close and this well contested.
So for Jacksonville, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.